So great Tuesday, Arnaud. How you doing?
Very well, and you?
Doing great. So you're in France, correct?
I'm in France, in the south of France, where the actual retreat will take place. It's in the Pyrenees, in my house, in the mountains that you see here in the picture, and very happy to be here and to be able to take care of ourselves so that we have an amazing experience in April.
Excellent, excellent. Well, what we want to cover today, we really want to get into some real more detailed information about the retreat. So I just want to ask you basically 10 or so questions to really lay out the benefits. I want to make sure that my network and anyone else really understands the purpose and some of the key benefits of coming and attending the retreat. So if you wouldn't begin, I mean, if you wouldn't mind beginning, we would start with, let's walk through, walk me through a typical day of the retreat.
The harmony with retreat is about finding harmony within, and which is already there, and we possible to create a very unique experience. And one day is typically starting at 6 a.m., where we'll have a heart-oriented meditation and the gratitude journaling. Then we'll go over a special series of poses, yoga poses, aligned with the chakras we're working on that day. So a chakra is an energy, uh, um, it's an energy center that we have in our body, and that are, if you're familiar with yoga, it is very much used in that discipline. And so we decided to align one chakra or two chakras with the colors and the energy behind them that is related to the day, and as well to a word. We'll get back to that later. Then we have an Ayurvedic breakfast afterwards, the vegetarian. And then we are going to work together for 2 hours and a half, working on the specific word that is the word of the day, in this case, presence. And we are going to be focused on what does that mean for ourselves to live through every single moment through that word, in this case, presence, and how we can embody it further and further. Then 12:30 we'll have an Ayurvedic lunch, still vegetarian, and then some silent time, which is quite important. Then 2:30, basically the rest of the afternoon, we'll be out and about, hiking on El Camino and visiting some really sacred places, and really be one with the nature and with the surroundings, so that we can really explore another aspect of ourselves through these environments. Then we have restorative yoga for an hour to get back in shape. And then at 7, we have a vegetarian Ayurvedic dinner. At 8, we have a unique experience, which is a Tibetan sound. The Tibetan bowls, again, were aligned with the chakras of the day. And then some journaling and evening meditation. So we finish our day at 10 to start again at 6 in the following day. On Friday, it will be a different program, in the sense that after breakfast, we'll leave for the rest of the day and go on an expedition to explore special places. So we'll take the bus and go throughout the day in visiting these places. So that's the day of the retreat. We hope that this will bring, so the first day is about the root and the crown chakra, and then we go to the sacral, the third eye, and then we go to the plexus and the throat chakra, and we end up on the heart chakra, which is again the core of the work we're doing. So it's all coherent to bring about in your own experience. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And thank you for walking through that. Definitely seems a very productive and structured day. So now that you outlaid that, it brings another question to mind. Why is meditation required or important?
So meditation is because we are always looking to be more and more present to ourselves. We are always looking to be more and more in resonance with ourselves. What I mean by that is when you have when you play a symphony, right? You want all the instruments to be together in tune so that overall there is a sense of harmony. Likewise, in our day-to-day life, we want to be able to align our different energy centers so that they are in tune together, not dispersed everywhere, and so that we are having a richer experience every single moment of the day, right? Instead of being at the periphery of ourselves, we are looking deeper to have a deeper experience of ourselves. And so by doing meditation, ideally in the morning and at night, we are inviting that experience of being here and now for myself and for the others, obviously, right? But starting with myself. So, and that starts a journey or an experience where by being more present, I am able to have more consciousness when I'm making choices. And when I'm making choices, consciousness standpoint from being more aware, then I'm able to actually make better choices or more open choices in any case, which leads me to better outcomes, whether it's professionally or personally. And so there's multitude of benefits. Science obviously has provided many proofs that it is very useful, but also the yoga science, which is about 3,000 years old, has shown as well this practice as being very beneficial for everyone. And to finish, the meditation can be 1 minute, or it can be 10 or 30 or an hour. Depends on what is your way of being and what is your habit. So it's a very versatile tool to open up to ourselves.
Okay. Now, I understand that based on the daily schedule, there is a hike. You talk a little bit
Yes.
about how long is the hike, and then as well as where would the hike take place?
Right. So the the hike is, I mean, we're going to limit it to a few hours at most, right? 2 to 3 hours maximum in any case, because we're not here to hike in the mountains in a serious way. We are here to, again, be present to the space where we are in, and if and also to the destination. We're going to visit as well a cathedral, a city, etc. So it's going to be very diverse, right? We are going to hike on El Camino as well, and we'll get back to that later. Why is it is important? The whole idea here is to throughout the retreat, what we're looking to foster is more harmony. It's to provide a sense of balance, of peace, of love. And that happens also through the physical body, right? So, hence this idea that part of the work we're doing is to be out and about and be in communion with nature or with a sacred space that will communicate with us in a different way, providing us with a different experience. And that will reinforce the work we're doing in the morning and at night so that we are able to, again, anchor this experience, not only during the retreat, but afterwards as well, right?
Okay.
So El Camino, why El Camino? This is quite important as well. So I don't know if you know, but as you can see on the map, since more than 1,000 years, people from all over Europe have been walking as a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, which is down there, here, where there is a beautiful cathedral there and some saint relics, etc., etc., etc. Is why are they doing that? Is that from 1,000 years ago from till now, people were experiencing miracles or miracle healing as they were able to move, whether they were internal or physical, whichever. One city that we're going to visit on the path of El Camino is Lourdes, where you have thousands of miracles happening there since about 2 centuries. And this is a path where the Romans even were walking, right? So we're going to be connected directly with the roots of our civilization. And that's why we thought that this is important for us to be able to connect deeply. And again, by having that connection, to be more in harmony with ourselves.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, so it's quite exciting. And you can see here, this is Saint-Bertrand-de-Comminges, this beautiful cathedral we're going to visit as well, which is on top of a mountain, and absolutely outstanding. It's medieval cathedral with a very curious story as well. And it is also on the path of El Camino.
Excellent. Excellent. So I know it's also based on the agenda of each day. You have time allocated for silent time. Is that different in meditation? And if not, can you please describe silent time?
It is kind of a meditation, yes. It is a moment for ourselves to choose to be present without doing anything, without being requested to be anything at any moment in time, right? Silent time can be just being here in front of nature, or it can be reading a book even, but not looking to interact all the time with, the fellow attendees. And so it's a time for me, right? It's a bit like meditation, but meditation has a special rhythm and purpose. Here, we're just here. I am, right? I am not this, I'm not that, I'm not doing this or that. I am. So, what does that mean for me to be me now without expectations? So, the silent time is an invitation to experience that. The same way, like journaling, taking a piece of paper and writing by hand whatever thoughts or emotions are coming about, is another way of connecting with ourselves, of giving ourselves the space to be ourselves and choose what are the elements that are of importance to me in this moment. And by doing so, we are able to open up to ourselves. In other words, to open our heart to our. And that's the magic that is happening in these retreats, where there's a little door, usually closed, and then we're opening it up, and then voila. There's an amazing, beautiful countryside showing us behind the door, showing its beauty and its harmony, and we can step in and therefore be a better version of ourselves for ourselves to start with, which leads me again to more consciousness, to more awareness, and therefore better choices, and therefore to better outcomes.
Okay. And since you have this um, image on the screen of someone obviously writing in a journal, that would be my next question. Why is it important to journal? And
Well, as I
particularly
mentioned
journal,
earlier, excuse me?
no, I was going to say, and particularly journal this experience.
Journaling, excuse me?
Why is it important to journal, and in particular, journal this experience they're going through as well?
Right. Well, every moment, in your experience today, every moment is fleeting. It's going one after the other, after the other, after the other. Most of the time, we're not aware of them unless I put a, click on a pause button and say, okay, I'm here now. A moment at the same time. Journaling helps me to freeze a little bit these moments and be more present to them. And also being able to communicate something that may be hidden. As we're going to go through these days, they will show up so that we can look at them, embrace them, and love them so that they can transform. So journals and writing down this is a tool that us as a group, we are with our help, or you as a person as you go along on your journey, is able to have a concrete way of improving himself or herself. So this is a very good and useful tool that, along with gratitude journaling that is mentioned at the beginning of the day, where the events, the people, the situations we are grateful for. And feeling that gratitude will help me to grow into more love and myself, including myself.
Okay. So my next question would be, what each day seems to have a different theme. Can you explain the difference and significance behind that?
Yes, totally. So the whole concept of the retreat, as I mentioned at the beginning, is daily alignment. So each day has uh, its own energy, we selected its own word and its own chakras. So and the color therefore derived from it, and the sound that are related to them. So first day is Monday, where we will work on the concept of presence and how it connects to today's reality. We will work on the root through our yoga poses that will be aligned with that, and also through the sound with the Tibetan bowl concerts. Tuesday is about trust. We will work on the sacral and third eye chakras, and our food will be mostly orange and violet, and we will work with the sounds as well of these two chakras. Wednesday is about surrendering, and it's the plexus and the throat chakra. And then last day is the heart chakra with compassion. I don't know if you know, but funny enough, Monday is the energy of the moon, Tuesday is the energy of Mars, etc. So we are aligning ourselves with these energies as well at the same time. So what about Friday? Well, Friday is about communion of everything. It's about feeling unconditional love throughout the day. And that's the purpose of that. These travels we'll do on Friday to visit a little bit more of France. And as we mentioned, so this is all about alignment and have that experience of what it is to be aligned, with the idea that what I do now in that retreat, I can invite it again and again and again after the retreat, right? The whole idea here is to make it happen in your day-to-day life, not just during the retreat.
Excellent. Excellent.
And talking about food, actually, here are a few examples of what we are going to offer you. It's an amazing chef, and that is creating a beautiful, not only a beautiful food, but also a very tasty one, and very high in colors. All that you're seeing here is vegetarian based and even gluten free in some cases. And this is the type of food that we want to offer you, something to visit. So you also will offer you a cookbook, a Ayurvedic cookbook that allows you to create these same recipes at home if you want to. And you most likely are not right now eating vegetarian or Ayurvedic food, but one, Ayurvedic food is good because it's like a medicine. It's considered as a medicine. We're using food as something to help you align with ourselves, with yourself. And second, maybe you will want to change a little bit your diet afterwards.
The food looks delicious.
It is delicious and help you to be a happier person.
Absolutely. We are what we eat, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, my last question that I wanted to ask is, does the retreat sounds wonderful? I definitely want to get some more information. I definitely thank you for sharing additional information. So, my guess would be that the kind of folks who would attend this retreat are going to be conscious leaders, and it's going to be folks from all around the world. And will there be an opportunity for folks to kind of get a chance to know one another and even spend some time together in kind of group settings at all?
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a very confidential setting, not more than 12 people. So first and foremost, we're going to have a lot of time to be connected together throughout the activities, including the moments we're doing hikes and visiting the different places, but also at night. And we're going to work together, which is very important because it creates new type of ties, right? We share the same values. So I believe that within that context, conscious leaders will actually obtain the best from that experience, because not only can they grow together throughout the retreat, but then they can have a deeper connection with themselves and with the others through these shared experiences. So during the work we're going to do, me and the group, or after lunch, after dinner, during the hikes, we'll have plenty of time to connect, because this is important. It's all about communion, personal communion and togetherness, about harmony.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, again, Arnaud, thank you again for your time today. I definitely
Thank
appreciate you
you.
sharing some of the benefits and some of what to expect along this wonderful retreat. I'm definitely going to share this with the network. Anything you want to share? Any other closing thoughts that you might want to share with our audience as well?
Um, my deepest is that the people that will come to the retreat will have such an experience that their life will be changed in a good way, right? Opening up to a huge change that will bring up their business and their lives to a new place. In other words, if we look at the concept of harmony and related to instruments, right, and music, to help them to go from one octave to another, which is a progression, a quantum progression, a quantum leap of in all aspects of their lives, which will bring them more love, more peace, more balance, and happiness and productivity and more joy in their work and more results. So I invite anybody to really join us and see for themselves how they can change their lives.
Excellent. Well, again, Arnaud, thank you for your time. Again, appreciate that. I look forward to sharing this with my network and using this as a great way of building the kind of tribe that I like to build of conscious leaders.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.